Hey, it's Dee Dee. Welcome back. I'm going to be doing episode 2 with my family recipe cookbook. If you did not see episode 1, I'll put a link in the at the end of the video here, so you can go through that, or you can go back and look on my YouTube channels and see it there. But in the first video, when I created the cover, I couldn't find my little recipes, and this is the recipes that I typed out on the computer, and there's that little notorious button that I couldn't find. So that's basically how I wanted the front to look, and the cover, and then we did the page here. And what I did was I took Digital Collage Club's the Vintage Polka Dots paper pack 131 and printed it out, cut it down, because I didn't like the graphics on this side of the cover, and I just thought that kind of flowed a lot better. So I did partial of the paper here, and then I have a strip left over, which I have right here. This is what's left, and we also discussed in episode 1, I love the graphics here, and I have this little margin here, so I thought this can overlap that, and that would work perfectly. So we're going to work on the next 2 pages. I'm going to take this out and this page out, and that'll give us some more room to work. And what I want to do right out of the gate is I want to glue this down. So I will go right around the border here, and I want to keep that tab right here, so I'm not going to cover that up. And I'm going to place that right down. And then we can trim it. I'll cut that little piece off, and I'm sure we could utilize that. Okay. And then I was thinking that this would serve as a really good background. And I was kind of going through the recipes and what would fit and look proper. But I did part of Digital Collages Club Mom's Recipe Journal Kit number 843. I cut this out. Isn't she darling? Look how cute she is. Recipes 4. And I thought that would look cute on that side, but and it goes together great, but I wanted to kind of pop it with some black, because there's a lot of black going on with the writing and the cherries that I have on the inside cover. So I'm going to glue this down, and I'm going to mat that right onto the black paper. And that's just going to help define it a little bit. You know what I'm going to do? I'm going to, instead of using my scissors, I'll get an even cut this way. And so there's that. And I picked out a recipe that was small because I wanted to kind of fit that right on there. And this is like, these are so archaic. They're old, but I love them. I use my decorative scissors all the time, because you never know. You never know when you just want to do a little trim. So I just went and cut along here, and I gave it like a little scallop border. And I want to place that there. And I had some old vintage buttons. They're mother of pearl. I had gotten these at a yard sale a long time ago, and I kept them and said, well, you never know, and here we are. And I also cut out or measured a little piece of trim I think I'm going to put that on the bottom. And I also have one that I want to put on the top. And that's going to pop the turquoise. And let's see, what else do we have? Now I've got some more buttons. We're going to use her, isn't she, darling? And that's from Mom's Recipe Journal Kit. And let's see, we can put that there. I have another recipe. These are my mother's recipes. So kind of wanted to start off with hers first. I think I'm going to put that there. And I have some more of the vintage buttons. You can put that there. And then on this side, I want to put her. And I have another recipe here from my mom. And I think I'm going to cut the bottom. I want to put that there. I think it just gives it like a little sweet decorative touch. These are all her handwritten recipes. And then I had gotten this old button. I don't even know what it was. It was on this really old cardboard and it was attached, and I just took it off, and I realized that green goes with that green, sort of, and I wanted to kind of cluster it and put that there, and maybe put some buttons on. And let's see, got a little retro sun. I think I'm going to leave that as is. And you know, there's a lot of graphics right here, so I think we can just leave that as is, because it'll be too much going on with color and images and things of that nature. So I'm kind of digging that. I think that that's good, because I really like that cake. I really think that that's cute. You know what? Digital Collage Clubs has one of these. It says cake in it. Let's cut that out. I don't know if I'm going to use it, but let's see. We can put that maybe on that page. Oh, that's cute. Maybe we should matte that. Bring out that black. We can matte this. I think I'm just going to leave it like that. I like that. Okay, so what I'm going to do now, we're going to glue this. But the one thing, and it's just a personal thing, when I adhere the actual recipes, I'm going to put them on with like a repositional type of adhesive, because I can't put glue, like liquid glue on that. I can't do that. And that's just, to me, I don't, you know, if you ever wanted to pick it up or just put it somewhere else, or you needed it out of there, you would be able to do it. And I just didn't want to permanently adhere it. So I think that's what I'm going to do with the recipes. And now we're just going to glue everything down. I really enjoyed looking through this cookbook, this one here, the actual binder. the graphics are so wild. They are just so retro and they're so colorful and love it. All right, so now we're going to get these buttons glued down. I'm going to glue down these last. I'll glue this down. Put that right about there. And there you go. So we got one page done basically. I'm just going to go with repositional adhesive and put that on. Let's see, put this on top of there. And then we're going to do this one here. So I like the placement right there. So I'll get this glued down. And then I'll know where I want to stick everything. And that's going to go here. We got our little cake saying. That's funny too. It's like the exact color. Look at that. That's crazy. I love it when a plan comes together. And I'm going to glue down this little piece of cardboard. Who knows how old that is. But I like to cluster things. Gives it a nice pop. Put a button there. And a button here. And then I want to see, cut pieces of black strip and see what this looks like behind. The polka dotted paper. Kind of digging it, so I think what I'm going to do is cut this down. It's got an even mat to it. Cut that under here. I want to see if I'm going to keep this bottom black or not. And I think I'm going to cut that off. And we'll glue this down. And then we'll glue this part. We kind of see exactly where it's going to go underneath this funky woman here. Alrighty. And let me see, now that I'm thinking about it, I want to get my repositionable glue. A little corner came off. We can glue that back on. All right. So I'm just going to take this adhesive and run it along the back, and it comes out with these, I don't know if you can see that, but they're like dots, and it's repositionable, so I don't ever have to worry about if I ever wanted to remove it. And again, it's not a wet glue, so I didn't want to ruin the recipes, because that is just, when you have something that vintage from someone, it's really hard for me to stick wet glue on. And then we'll do this one here. And we'll put this one here. voila, we've done 2 pages. So let's stick that in the book. And see what we have thus far. Okay, so this is going to be our opening here. We'll stick it this way. Here. And there you are. So we open up the cookbook. We could put something here that'll come in time. And this is our first page we did. And now our 2 pages. I love it. I love it. I love it. So here's the first page, second page, third page. Now when I go to the next page, now these are quite thin, this paper, so I'm probably going to put reinforcements on it. I'll have to go back and do that, but I'm probably going to do that just because the paper is vintage. And then when I get to pages like this, most likely, depending on what I want to do with them, I'll take some of these out. And then you can always utilize graphics and different things if you want in the book, you know, on your pages. So yeah, I think that that's where we're going to stop. Just wanted to do another episode with you. I hope you enjoyed it. And welcome if you're new to my channel. And thank you for tuning in. If you are a subscriber, any questions, don't hesitate to contact me. And I will see you in the next episode. Thanks. Bye, guys.